Strikeforce-Weltergewichts-Champion Nick Diaz, der uns jetzt einige Fragen zu seiner Zukunft beantworten wird. And Nick, obviously your teammate Jake came up short tonight against Georges St-Pierre, and afterwards there was a lot of talk about you fighting Georges St-Pierre in the future. Give us your opinion on that.
Yeah, I didn't know if they'd be talking about that or what, but right, you should let me get in there with that guy, had him in there with my partner, look what happened to him, you know what I mean? What do you think's gonna happen? Then put him in there with me. So I don't know, I'd like to start getting paid up here. I'd like to get that fight, or I'd like to make something happen here, something different, something big, Tired of the same thing over and over again, it's getting old, this is getting old for me, and that's just how I feel. But
Jake's boxing looked very improved tonight, and he gave George a lot of trouble with it, I guess. George looked pretty banged up after the fight. Your boxing is very, very good for MMA. Do you think your boxing could be superior to George's?
Yeah, sure. I think it is. I think I'll put my punches in. I think he's gonna try to force takedowns and go for takedowns. But I saw him out there. He doesn't look. He's not much for size, and I don't think he's. I don't know if that'll be the smartest plan for him either. So it's going to be. I feel like it'll be real hard for him, and I feel like I'm ready for that fight. I've been ready for that fight. I just feel I'm even more ready for it now, and I want to get the show on the road. Like I said, I'm not getting any younger. I don't think old George. I don't think he's getting any younger, and I need some change in the lifestyle,
Speaking of boxing, there was also a lot of talk in the last days of you starting a boxing career. Is this still on the table right now?
Yeah, there's a lot on the table, I haven't quite figured out which road I'm going down, but it really doesn't matter to me either way, I want more competition, I don't want to get, if you're gonna force me to fight these guys that don't have it in them to beat me, they're going to come out and go for a lucky shot and try to take my head off, A lot of times I eat those punches, you know what I mean? I don't need that, I don't need a guy who's going to do that. I'm looking to fight a guy like George, who's going in there trying to win the fight, not by just, getting lucky. And you know what I mean? I'm trying to go on to bigger and better things, I don't want to just keep fighting these chumps, you know what I mean? If they want to have me fight these chumps, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to do that, but I'm not gonna go ahead and step in there fighting these guys unless they're willing to pay me, a lot more money.
After tonight, what is more realistic, this whole boxing thing or a continued MMA career?
You know what? It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter to me, I just need to change. That's all I'm talking about. I don't care, I don't care what these contracts say. I don't give a shit, I'm looking to move on to bigger and better things, or get up out of this shit,
Your boxing style fits perfectly to MMA. Do you think you would have to adapt it a bit for pure boxing?
Oh, for pure boxing, yeah, I'm just gonna be in a different type of shape, a little bit, maybe different size even. I don't know. Who knows? You can't say. I hate all this talk about me calling out Jeff Lacey, though. That's not how it goes. I'll fight pro boxing. It's up to the promoters to put that kind of thing together. I'm not. That's like a guy coming out of trying to fight Randy Couture or something. I'm not trying to just step into professional boxing and try to call out legendary, famous fighters that are old and on their way out and have put on had a great career, and then here I am jumping up in there talking shit. I'm not one to talk no shit. So yeah, that's how I feel about the whole boxing thing. I'm willing to fight anybody. I don't care if it was Jeff Lacey, or if it is Roy Jones Jr., or if it is whoever,
Sergio Martinez was named.
Right, whoever it is, I don't give a shit. We're talking big money now, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I don't care who it is. I'm not trying to you know what I mean, name any names and call out people. I don't know these guys. I don't have nothing against them. I know they're all great fighters, and I have a lot of respect for them and their sport. That's why, I feel like it's up to the promoter and everybody else to promote these fights and set up a fight. It's not up to me to go and talk this shit, and get everybody wanting to see me take ass whooping and this and that, whatever. You want to see me take ass whooping, and put it together, and we'll get it done, But they start pointing the finger at me saying I said this and whatever, you know. It's whatever, you know, I'll fight anybody, and that's what I already had said. So yeah, when they say, oh, you're so-and-so, yeah, I already said I fight anybody, but I ain't talking no shit. You know, I ain't trying to go into no fight like that. I don't go into fights like that. So.
Last question. I heard you were sparring with Andre Ward, and you hang with him pretty good. Is that right?
You know, I do well. I go in there and I spar with Andre Ward. You know, I think. You know, the thing is about me and Andre, I've been working out with Andre for a long time. You know, that's all that is. You know, I've had great boxing experience. You know, getting to go in and work out with Andre Ward and his trainer Virgil Hunter and the other guys that work out with him too. I've had good sparring in that gym. You know, it's a really excellent boxing gym. There's a lot of really good things happen. A lot of MMA fighters, they can't survive. They can't make it in a boxing gym. You know, it's like a fish out of water. They can't go in there without opening their mouth, you know, about MMA. They can't go in there, you know, for 2 minutes without opening their mouth about MMA or you know, coming in looking like they have some boxing experience, you know, maybe amateur record or even some boxing shoes, you know. It's going to be hard for an MMA fighter to come and up his boxing game, but I've been in there, I've been at it since I was, you know, since I was about 17 years old. I've been sparring with Andre since I was about 18 years old. And, you know, I've been at it for a long time, so I would have had a lot of professional boxing fights. I would have been aiming to go maybe to the Olympics or maybe to go, you know, if I hadn't already had pro fights, MMA fights. You can't go amateur if you've had a pro MMA fights. You can't do that sort of thing. So that, you know, I wasn't, you know, that's just wasn't what I was doing. I was fighting MMA. They're paying me more money to fight MMA. How am I going to go fight in boxing and have all these people having something to say whether or not I do good or not boxing? But you have no idea because, you know, they pay me more money to fight MMA, so I fight MMA, you know. And, you know, I work hard. I work harder than these guys, man. I've been training harder. I work my jiu-jitsu skill levels higher. My boxing skill levels higher. I train with the best wrestlers in the world. That shit don't, you know, that shit ain't going to count. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how I feel about that.
All right, Nick, thank you very much, and good luck in the future, right?